and what you need to do to be able to choose your options and how you are fully prepared for that. So what's happening and when? First thing, Monday the 25th, you should have received to your own email address and to your parents' or carers' email address your subject information booklet, and that has got details in of all the subjects that you can choose from. You're also going to be able to have access, and you should have been sent a clip to the subject videos and information clips that are on the YouTube account. Now, obviously, we really wanted to have you all in school to be able to talk you through those different choices, but that's not possible at the moment. So if you want to find out a little bit more about those subjects, if you log on to the YouTube account, you'll be able to see all those details. Today we've got our Year 9 options assembly, and we're going to talk through kind of how to choose those options and what's happening over the next few days. Thursday is a really important event. It's the Year 9 Parents' Evening, and lots of you have already booked appointments for that, so you can talk to the teachers that you currently have. There's an opportunity to book an appointment with Mrs. Craig if you are thinking about doing vocational business, or with Miss Iqbal if you're thinking about doing GCSE business. Please only book that appointment if you've got a further question that hasn't been answered either in the subject video or in the information booklet that you've been sent. Next week, you'll be sent an invite to a Teams meeting, and that'll be with a member of the senior leadership team. And what we're going to do, there'll be a few of you, 6 or 7 of you in a group, where we will talk to you about your individual choices. And we'll talk about what you want to choose, why you want to choose it, and give you some advice if needs be. And finally, on the 5th of February, that's the deadline for your options forms, and it's really important that you've returned that options form by that date so we're able to have a look at your choices and work out which ones we're able to offer you. So to make your choices, you need to be able to access your school email account, and that's the first thing that you need to have been able to set up and get ready to do. Today, you should get an invitation to your how to access options online, and it'll look something like this. It'll have a personal invite code that you might need to enter, and it'll have a big green button saying accept invitation. All you need to do from your school email account is click that accept information button. Once you've done that, it will take you to a page that looks like this. Now, on that page, there are lots of different options, and what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to choose to sign in with Office 365. And when you've done that and you've clicked sign in Office 365, it will take you to a page that looks like this. It should automatically fill in your name and your invitation code. If it doesn't fill in your invitation code, that's the thing that we talked about on that first email. So you just need to type that there, and then you need to click the register button. Once you've done that, it will take you to this page where it will ask you to fill in a security question. You need to basically just type in your date of birth here. And what that'll do is it'll check that it's you that's signing into your account. Once you've typed in your date of birth, you just need to click that verify button, and that will take you to the next page. It'll then talk about account creation. Your account will then be set up and configured, and it'll automatically redirect you to the signing in page. And from that point, you can make your choices straight away. You'll get a link like this that's sent to your school email account as well. That means if you close it down because you haven't decided what subjects you want to take at that point, you'll just be able to access it by clicking this orange button. Now, obviously, if there's more than one person using the laptop in your house or using the device in your house, you need to make sure you log back in. So, making your option choices. There's some key things that we really need you to do Year 9, and if we were in school, we'd be able to talk you through each step of the way, but we can't. So what we're wanting you to be able to do is to make a really informed decision. The first thing we're asking you to do is think about the subjects that you enjoy, think about the subjects that you are good at. Think about keeping your curriculum broad and balanced, and by that I mean, don't just choose the same type of subject. Once you've done that, we want you to find out a little bit more about those different subjects. So the first thing we will YouTube account and watch the video. The head of department or a member of that subject team will then talk you through all the details about that course. Once you've done that, we want you then to read the Key Stage 4 subject information booklet. Have a look at the details about each course. Does it match what you want to do? Some of them will talk to you about GCSEs, Some of them will talk to you about vocational courses, and we'll mention those in a little bit more detail in a second. Also today, your parents or carers will be emailed your report from last term, and on there it will tell you whether you are above track, which means you're making great progress and you're above where we would expect you to be at this point in year 9. Whether you're on track, that means you're making the expected progress we would expect you to have at this point in year 9, or if you're not yet on track and you need to put a little bit more work and a little bit more focus into some of those subjects to be able to get you to the point where you are on track. Have a look at those. Have a look at your approach to learning scores. Which subjects does it tell you you really enjoy and do well at? Also, talk to your subject teachers at Parents' Evening on Thursday. They'll be able to talk to you about the subjects in Key Stage 4, but also about whether they think you'll be best suited to this course that they're offering. As well as that, in December, you'll have been sent a login for something called Unifrog, and that's an absolutely fantastic careers website that you can type in a career that you might be interested in, and it will give you lots of details about what kind of subjects you need to study in order to be able to go on to that career. So, what you'll need to do is you'll need to make 2 choices and a reserve choice. Some of those subjects will be GCSE courses. And they're the traditional GCSE route where you usually study 4 exams at the end. Some of them will have a small element of controlled assessment in or coursework, but a lot of them are mainly exams. Talk to the head of department, talk to the member of staff that's doing your parents' evening appointment and watch those clips. We'll use lots of data to work out which subjects are best suited to you, and your Key Stage 4 subject information booklet is specifically tailored to the choices that you can make. There are also vocational courses that you can choose from, and these might be great if you've got a specific job in mind, but remember, you don't always have to have done that vocational qualification to do a specific job. These are a range of units based on real-life work studies and might suit you better than some other subjects, and we offer a range of subjects in those vocational choices. Again, we've really thought about what subjects to offer you that best suit you and best suit your needs. So look carefully at the subjects that are in your Key Stage 4 information booklet. So how do you decide? Pick subjects because you're good at it. It's something you enjoy. It might help you with your future career. It gives you a broad and balanced curriculum. Try and pick a range of different types of subjects. Don't choose a subject because you like a particular teacher. We've lots of great staff, and it might not be that that particular teacher ends up teaching you when you come on to do that subject. Don't choose a subject because your friends are doing it. We run lots of different groups, and it may be that if you pick a subject because your friend has chosen it, you might not end up in the same class as them. Don't pick a subject because you think it's easy. All the subjects are of equal level of challenge. Don't pick a subject because someone at home isn't interested in it. You will have 3 hours a week of each of these option subjects every week in years 10 and in year 11. So it's really important that you pick a subject that you enjoy. So, making your choices. Once you've registered with the options online process, it will then take you to a page that looks like this. For the vast majority of you, the first thing that you will need to do is you'll need to decide whether you wish to study geography or history. And to do that, you simply click the subject preference for either geography or history. And that's this box here. Once you've done that, you then need to make 2 other choices. To do that, you simply click on those courses and they turn blue. Now, this person here has chosen too many subjects because they've chosen 4 subjects. You need to pick 2 subjects. And you do this after you've had a think about all the information that you've been given. This course here, history, has been selected red because you've already chosen geography in your option there. It could be the other way around, and for some subjects for some students you're able to pick both of those courses. Once you've chosen your 2 subjects, and this person here has decided to choose BTEC Level 2 Engineering and the GCSE PE or Vocational Sport, you then need to pick your reserve. To do that, you need to click the reserve button, and that will make your reserve subject go orange. If there's a comment that you want to make, so for example, it might be that you've seen a subject on the YouTube channel or that other students have spoken about and you've not been offered that subject, but you think you'd be really great at it, please add a comment there. You can also talk to a member of the senior leadership team next week in your small group meeting. Another thing to note when you're picking these subjects is that some subjects you cannot pick together because they include the same type of content. And before you make those choices, it will give you a list here of those those subjects that you cannot pick two of. You then need to put your choices in order of preference on the right-hand side. Remember, most students will study geography or history, so you don't need to worry about putting number 1 into an order. What you do need to think about is your second and third choice. Which would you prefer to do? Put them in an order, and to do that, you do it by just clicking and moving the order that they want them to be. So it might be that this person here really wants to do PE, and is not so sure about engineering and would be quite happy if they did technology instead and that was their reserve. If we use one of your reserve subjects, we will talk to you before we do that to make sure that's a definite choice that you want to make. And in most cases, we don't need to use students' reserves. They're there just in case we either don't run a course because we don't have enough children picking it, or if a course gets full. Once you're happy with your choices, you need to click this Save button here. And remember, you've got until 2 o'clock on Friday the 5th of February to make that choices and submit that form. If you're struggling to do that online, you need to just contact us via the options email address, which will be at the end of this page and has gone out on all the information that's sent to you. So what happens next? Read the information that you have been sent. Talk to people who already do the courses if you've got older brothers or sisters, but remember, if they're quite a bit older than you, that subject or that course might have changed a lot. Attend the parents' evening on Thursday and talk to your teachers. Next week, you'll be invited to a small group discussion. Now, it's really important that your parents have given permission for you to be involved in those live elements. If they've said they don't want the session to be recorded, you will not be able to attend that session. So it's really important that permission is filled in. After the 5th of February, we will check your option choices. If there's any issues with the course, so for example, say a course isn't running because of low numbers, you will be allocated your reserve subject and someone will be in touch to talk to you about that further. Once we've finalised your choices, a letter will then go out to your parents or carers informing them of the courses that you have chosen. So, things to think about. Talk to your parents or carers about your choices. Think carefully, as once you start those courses, you will not be able to change them. Think about a broad and balanced curriculum. Keep your options open. What you might want to do now may be not what you end up doing. Try not to choose the same type of subject. We might not run all the subjects. This will depend on numbers who have chosen it. Some subjects may get full, so it's really important that you get your form in by that deadline. Remember, you'll have an interview with a member of the senior leadership team next week, and they'll be able to talk through your choices or answer any questions if you are a little uncertain about which subjects to choose. Remember, if you've got any further questions, you can contact the Year 9 Options email address for help and support, and we will be able to give you more information about that. This marks a really exciting point in your journey at Beckfoot Thornton. We hope that you found this useful. Please ask us if you have any questions via that email address. We look forward to speaking to you all in small groups next week, and good luck with your choices. Thank you for coming this morning, Year 9. It's been really nice to see you.